I will start streaming then, because we're already a little 10 minutes over. Alright. Welcome back, guys. Last time, you guys finished your long rest, your first long rest in this cave system, and you continue to wander around the cave looking for that drow. You guys found some pretty cryptic stuff written on the walls. You guys caught the attention of some Quaggoths. Nyssara got munched on by a mimic, but then found some health potions, so that's great. Amraphel, you used detect magic and were able to discover a spell scroll hidden amongst the rubble. And then you guys came face to face with a Direwolf that Zasha convinced to not attack on sight. And she dubbed him Doggo because he didn't know what a name was. Lythra was absolutely smitten with this dog and reached out a hand to ask the creature to come with her. And Lucian helped out a little bit by offering a whole skeleton to this dog that really liked to gnaw on bones. The wolf's response was a little ambiguous, so you guys respected the dog's space and continued on your search. When you got back to the mushroom cave, you guys ran through the passage pretty easily. And you found a new room with glittering blue stones embedded in the rock. And there were ancient runes that Amraphel could not, fully read. He got a gist of it, but could not absolutely say for certain what it says. And then finally, you guys open the door to the first room, and you are hit with a chilling sense of sadness and dread. Something terrible has happened here. And I got transitionary music. Bam! Fuck yeah.
Immaculate.
Alright. Give it a second for everyone to get shifted over to the cave. This is room... Alright. Are you guys all in the map?
Yes.
Yep. Alright. All loaded up. Alright, so inside this room, you see a absolute train wreck. It appears as though something tore through every single item within this room. The only item, surprisingly, that hasn't been smashed to smithereens is an old bookshelf and a locked chest. You also know that there's a lot of scorch marks on the floor, ceiling, and some of the wood is blackened. And as you peek inside, you see that there might be a secondary room off to the side as well. Yeah. You guys are unfrozen, free to do whatever you want. Just let me know what you do.
I want to look at the bookshelf.
Alright. Please roll me a perception check.
Is there another mimic? I will fucking kill myself.
Are you scared about the chest? I can describe what the chest looks like for you if you'd like.
Which way is the chain facing?
Does it look like the mimic chest?
The chest is drooling.
That one was especially thorny or something. It was weird.
Nick, you're muted. So with a 12, you find that most of the books are kind of ruined beyond the point of reading, but a couple of spines seem to be still intact, and provide subtle context to the contents, like a lot of it is scorched and kind of ruined with age, but you find multiple books on things like the history of magic, as well as titles such as Balancing Necrotic Energy and the Red Thread Theory.
Ooh.
Yep.
Some nerd shit.
Can I read about the red thread theory?
I didn't write this yet. But yes, you can read about it.
Or I can save the book for later to read during the evening when we're resting.
Yes, do you mind taking a rain check on that? I'm so sorry
Of
for not
course.
being prepared.
No, all good.
How dare you?
I know.
I
how
will
dare
put
I.
it in my
Write
notes.
every book.
All right, Nyssara, make a perception check for is this a mimic or not?
If I had my character sheet open.
22. So Nyssara, you've seen a mimic chest now, and you notice now that you've made this one goof, that the mimic chests seem to be very splintered around the opening, almost like it's the teeth. And it typically looks like it's about to fall apart, but it didn't. This one, however, does not have that same splintering, so you assume that this is just a chest and not a mimic.
Oh, yeah. Want to try to open it?
All right.
Good night, too.
Before you open, before you open it, I want to just ask Lucian and Amraphel, what are you doing?
Peek into this side room.
All right. Amraphel?
I was gonna check out the books.
Cool. And Lythra?
I am standing guard at the door in case any motherfuckers try to jump us. Because I'm not smart with all these red books.
All right. Are you facing in or facing out?
I'm facing out.
Okay.
I assume they will yell for me if they need me inside.
Door open?
Yeah.
All right. Nyssara, roll me that sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. Oh, God.
You got this, buddy. All right.
I'm technically not trained in it. Huh.
Oh,
Whoops.
weird. With a 15, though, you are able to pick this lock. It's a very old, rusted lock. So, honestly, you kind of think more of the issue was actually ripping it open than lock picking. And as you open it, you find a couple of dusty potions and a single core liqueur.
Oh, what now?
The little magic cores that
Oh, I forgot.
yeah.
Right. Oh, neat. I'll take all those.
And you can write down 3 dusty potions.
Alright. We will identify them later.
The dust adds seasoning.
Maybe. Makes it spicy. Amraphel, what are you looking for specifically with the books? Are you also just reading the books?
You mentioned 3 specific ones, right?
Yes. The history of... Oh, sorry, the history of music, not the history of magic. The history of music.
Care much less about that one.
Balancing necrotic energy.
I care a lot about that one.
And the red thread theory.
And that was the one that...
Zasha took.
Yeah, so I grabbed the necro one.
All right, you have balancing necrotic energy, and we're going to put a pin on that because I haven't written out a little blurb yet.
I was very interested in history of magic.
Sorry, I read it wrong. Text is very tiny.
That's fine, that's funny.
And Lucian. Roll me a perception check as you're checking out this side room. All right. Lucian, you spot a yellowed note, crumpled and slightly burned in the corner of the room.
I'm gonna go pick it up.
All right. As you unfurl it, you notice that this is indeed written in Elvish, which is something that you can read. Whether or not you can actually read it, I'll let you roleplay if you want. Yeah, you find this note.
I mean, I would say it's probably just going to be how complex are the words.
Nah, it's not that complex. It looks to be a diary, it looks to be like it is a diary entry. And it reads, 14th of Tarsak. That's one of the months. 1461. I've dragged the girl to the only sanctuary I could fathom, where it all began. That wretched fool heeded nothing to shield us. Frozen, paralyzed by fear, a yellow-bellied coward to the core. My only glimmer of hope now rests in the Underdark. I pray the creatures of the night will deter any of the king's men from crossing this threshold. They will never take her from me, not while there's a breath in my body. I'd embrace 1,000 agonies before surrendering her. They fail to comprehend the magnitude of what we forged, the marvel of our creation. All they know is terror, but they do not truly grasp the depth of fear. I will make them know fear.
Hmm.
And I will put that in the Discord because, yeah, you guys asked for that, so.
What year is it for us?
It is, hold on, I put my calendar away, 1762.
Thank you.
No problem.
Where are you putting the note stuff?
I put it in player space.
Okay. Just double checking. Alright, I guess I'll go back to the group and hand this note over. And then also say, what year is it? I don't actually know.
That's a great question, Lucian. I believe it is 1762. Anyone care to correct me?
I was wondering, who are you handing the note to?
One of you two.
I guess-
Probably gonna go to Amraphel first because he's the nerd.
I'll grab it.
Tracks.
Nyssara, make
Yep.
me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Okay.
Mimics back.
Nope, that's a check, not a save.
You got this.
It would have been the same. 13?
Lythra, you hear a thump behind you.
Oh. Like in the room?
Yep.
Okay.
And as you turn, you see Nyssara is passed out on the floor.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Okay. I'm gonna run to her and just kind of pull her into my arms and at least try to shake her awake before using anything. But
Roll me a wisdom
do I get
saving
any
throw.
response?
Whoop!
Oh goodness. Sorry, let's check.
Time for nightmares.
That's better than 13.
Amraphel, Zasha, and Lucian. You hear a clang of metal as you're discussing the note, and you turn to see your two comrades collapse to the floor. I need all three of you to make me wisdom saving throws.
Am I
Oh,
detecting
no.
anything?
Hmm?
Am I detecting anything as this happens?
No. No.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Is this a charm or charmed or being put to sleep?
You're not exactly being put to sleep.
Okay.
If that makes any
Oh
sense.
god. It's
I'm just
some kind of
asking
soul
to make
bullshit.
sure if I get a
Advantage.
advantage. I am guidancing myself.
That's fine. Alright. And Nick, did you roll a wisdom saving throw?
I was pulling it up.
Nick, you collapse to the ground as well.
Sick.
God damn.
And Lucian and Zasha, you guys manage to hold on for a little bit, and then you feel it hit you again, and you fall into this little bit that I wrote up. All right. I'm going to take a couple minutes with each and every one of you as you guys see things that definitely is not the room that you guys are currently in. Lythra, you open your eyes to the sounds of swords clashing, and you find yourself at the feet of the Dragonborn whose face has been seared into your memory for years.
Oh, jeez.
He points at you with his great sword, gesturing to an identical sword at his feet, and he laughs at you. In the same effort it takes to pluck a lily from the field, I will eviscerate you. Come, die a soldier, or live as a slave. But before you could respond, you hear another voice behind you, a little ways back. Hey, little warrior. Don't worry, you can't hurt me with that. And as you turn to look, you see a wooden sword at the other side of your feet. And your father stands a couple yards away, holding a similar wooden sword and gesturing you over with a smile. What do you do?
Dad? Oh, Jesus. Oh. I feel torn in half. I miss you. But I look at him lovingly, and I turn the other direction, and I pick up the greatsword. I want to kill this motherfucker. That's all I want.
You clash swords, and your vision goes blurry once more. Lucian, you open your eyes outside of your home. Your sister is crying and holding, your sister is crying and screaming about you not wanting you to go. Today is the day that your parents sent you off with the general. But as you look up, expecting to see the man himself, you instead see a different character entirely. Speaking to your parents is an older Eladrin woman, dressed in fine robes. Behind the woman hides a younger Eladrin girl, looking to be around your age. You hear your mother speak. Lucian, this woman is from a fine, noble family. We want you to stay with her for a while. You will attend to her daughter as a guard, and in exchange, she has agreed to teach you magic. But you hear a voice behind you that says, that's not right. As you turn, you see your echo, holding its metallic arm out towards you. Come, revenge cannot wait for pleasantries. What do you do?
In the confusion of the Eladrin woman, he's going to pause and then try to turn back to his sister and reach out for her. And then he pauses, realizing he's reaching with a metal arm, and sort of freezes.
Your arm is not metal in this vision.
Or then, even better, he freezes, seeing his normal arm for the first time in years. And then decides to continue and try to reach out to his sister.
Oh, you're going to reach out to your sister. Okay. As you wrap your arms around your sister in a hug, your vision blurs once more. Nyssara.
Yep.
You open your eyes running. Relic in hand and Lysandra by your side, the two of you weave your way through the forest trying to escape the cultists that are on your tail. Suddenly, you are surrounded, and Lysandra moves in front of you protectively. "Run," she says. "I'll hold them off." You do spot an opening that you could escape through if you are quick enough. What do you do?
Oh shit. I'm gonna step up next to her and draw her bow. I'm not leaving without you.
You fire the first bow at one of the Yuan-Ti that are coming at you, and your vision blurs once more. Zasha, you open your eyes as you pet the family cat. Its face is a blur, as your memories cannot gather the true appearance of those that are around you. A woman walks up to you, and although you cannot gather a true look at her face, you recognize her as your mother. "I get you wanting to stay with Misha and the kittens, honey, but I've already promised your father that we would meet him at the grandfather tree. Don't worry, I'm sure your aunt will take good care of her while you're gone." She waits a moment before sighing and saying, "Okay, listen. You don't have to come if you don't want to this time, but next time there's no excuses." What do you do?
Zasha stands up and flattens her dress and turns to her mother and says, "I'm sorry for making a fuss, Mother. I will come with you." And I reach for her hand to follow.
You guys walk hand in hand towards a carriage that gives you very haunting memories. And your vision blurs once more. The dogs are barking. Amraphel, Nicholas, are you there? I saw you got it.
I just got back. Yeah.
Amraphel, you are at Stormspire once more. Anansi brought you into his room to reveal a portrait. One that you had to stand for painstaking hours for. You had asked him to just use magic to make the portrait, but Anansi had insisted on doing it the old-fashioned way. And so, there you were, on display, right next to Anansi. "Do you think we should have this hung at the dining hall?" Anansi ponders, asking, but not exactly asking you. And as your eyes wander around the room that you don't find yourself in often, you notice something a little peculiar. While you can still hear Anansi by the painting muttering to himself, you also see his lifeless corpse in the corner of the room. On the wall in blood behind him reads, "It must be done." And suddenly, there is a dagger in your hand. What do you do?
Good question. Do I know this is like not the present, or like something weird, or am I taken out of that like headspace?
This feels like a memory to you.
Okay.
Like he had made a portrait of y'all.
So I'm in a memory, but there's like something different.
Yes.
Do I notice anything weird in the portrait?
Oh. No. He ended up not hanging it in the dining hall. He ended up keeping it in his personal study. So you never really saw it very often. But from what you remember, it seems to be the same thing. The only thing that seems out of place is the second Anansi that is dead on the floor. And the dagger.
Anything weird about the body?
It's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'd probably just look back and forth between the two sides a couple of times, and then just pocket the dagger and stand and wait.
All right. As you pocket the dagger, your vision blurs once more. And Lythra, Nyssara, and Zasha, you guys stir from this vision first. And as you guys are opening your eyes back in the cave system where you had collapsed earlier, you hear a voice say, "A single action can splinter one's reality. This shouldn't be real. None of it truly is. It can be reversed. Kill them and repair what was once lost."
Well.
Amraphel, you come to next, and you hear a different voice. And that voice says, "I'm sorry I cannot give back what was lost, but I can help remove your source of pain. Find my fathers, they will be your guide." And I'll put this all in the Discord chat, don't worry. However, Lucian, you're still collapsed. And the rest of you probably get up, wipe yourselves off, and you see that Lucian is still out. And Lucian, I'm going to take you to a side area.
Uh-oh.
Hi. So as the vision of holding your sister fades, the warmth of her hug also fades, and you feel a cold wind hit your face as the scene before you develops. You find yourself in front of Stormspire. Well, what's left of it, at least. There's a battlefield of a nightmarish expanse laying at the crumbled tower's feet, littered with mangled corpses and shattered shields, the air heavy with the stench of iron and decay. You spot what appears to be multiple armies among the dead, as well as the residents of what was once your home. A cacophony of distant cries echo into the gloom, and in the center of the field you see them, members of your team, their bodies disfigured and ripped to shreds. Only Amraphel stands among the bodies, clutching Lythra's trembling body in his hands. As you move closer to inspect and help him, you notice something very wrong. Amraphel suddenly lets out a sharp cackle and drops Lythra onto her comrades. You see her throat torn open, blood gushing from the wound, and you hear her lungs gurgling for one last breath before she finally falls limp. Amraphel looks at you as he raises one hand into the air, a sinister chant escaping his lips, resonating through the silence. The ground trembles, and from the mud and blood, the lifeless bodies begin to twitch and convulse, animated by his will. One by one, the fallen warriors, your friends included, rise, their eyes hollow and their movements jerky. Amraphel then points towards you, and you are trampled by the horde. Hey, now I'm gonna move you.
When I first walked in, I said everyone was haunted.
Yes.
Lucian, you come to back into the cave system.
Oh, good, he's awake. Lucian, are you haunted?
I
Sorry,
go to
just real
help.
quick, just to getting a grasp. What's like? Is everyone still just kind of where they were?
Yeah. What was everyone doing while I took Trevor over to the side?
You're just
We were
chatting.
having some
We were just trying to talk about it.
roleplay existential crises.
Okay. Cool.
I guess I would turn to help Lucian up if he's still on the ground.
As you do, he's just kind of jump back. He's definitely I can't act this out, but he's heavily breathing. His eyes dart around to everyone, and more than once, so he's taking a side eye at Amraphel, and just kind of just scatters up to the back of the wall, back to the wall, and just kind of slowly gathers himself, and realizing that everyone is where they were before everything happened, passing out.
Okay, so, what did you see, Lucian? I think we all kind of were waiting for you to wake up, and we kind of discussed what we were going through. Clearly you've been disturbed by something as well?
All of you are dead. Except
No.
him. He killed you all.
Who's him?
I point to Amraphel.
I hardly think he could kill us all at the same time.
Meanwhile, Amraphel's stroking his chin. He's like, I am just better.
I kind of smack Amraphel. Be like, be quiet.
Just the
Sorry, real
connector
quick
version.
to the DM.
Yes. I am going to be sending everybody the little blurb I wrote, and Lucian, I'm sending you the little blurb that I told you also.
Yeah.
So you guys have notes on this. What was your question?
So, just to double check, would Lucian have seen a Ladrin before?
No, they weren't as common in your country that you're from.
Alright, just double checking.
And
Then,
the person was absolutely not familiar at all.
yeah. And yeah, I guess that's it for now.
The noblewoman
sorry.
or the both people?
Both, I'm assuming. Or does the younger one look familiar in any capacity?
Only. Ooh, what kind of check would this be? Sorry, I need to look at what skills there are. This would be a honestly probably a perception check. Because you're trying to perceive what you saw. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Sorry, I'm just sending out the last message to people. Alright, you guys should all have the little side stuff in your private chat. Please don't feel the need to read it right now if you don't want to. With a 21. It kind of looked like Zasha.
Okay. Back to his sort of freak out. Or was I? Yeah. You were all dead, and he did some sort of necromancy and used you all as his army. But before that, I was back at my parents' house the day they got rid of me. But instead of being sold off to General, he looks at Zasha. They were what I don't exactly know what type of elf you are, so I'm sorry, but there were two, an older woman and a child. And she looked a lot like you.
Do I have any memory of something like my mother and I going to a house somewhere and like my mom trying to get me a guard?
Roll me a history check. Also, Lythra, are you in the room now talking to everybody, or are you still outside the room?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought I was next to. I guess I should move myself
Yes.
over to
Do
here.
what you need to.
16?
With the 16, you don't really remember ever going to go fetch a guard or whatever. You do remember there were guards, but no child like you being assigned to you.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember anything like that ever happening. But I did travel with my mother.
I know it never happened because this was, instead of selling me off, I was being offered a guard position.
But how would you know what my mother looks like, or recognizing me as a child if you've never seen her?
I have no clue. This type of stuff was beyond me. And then just kind of, he's going to stop for a second and just whispers something quickly under his breath.
Is it
What was
audible?
that?
Are you trying to make it audible?
It's not audible. You can kind of tell he said something, but
Roll me a stealth check, buddy.
beautiful.
You do mutter under your breath, but probably the two closest to you, Lythra and Nyssara, probably heard you.
All right. You would hear just the name Phoebe.
Oh. I'll confirm
The name
that.
what?
Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe. Who's
See, I thought he was gonna quietly whisper something like all elves look the same.
That would be funny. Jesus Christ. What the hell?
Cause like it's like, damn, I can't tell you apart.
Lucian may be dumb, but he's not racist.
Lythra,
Yes.
are you being perceptive? Are you like looking around, still on guard?
Yeah, I'm definitely wary after this whole nonsense.
Roll me a perception check.
Guidance.
That's yeah. It's bad.
Yeah,
Damn.
you feel like something's a little bit different, but you can't figure out what.
the distinct sense of a missed opportunity. Very cool. Right. Well, I do. All right, everyone. We need to pool our heads, but before anyone starts to get suspicious or whatever could happen after this, we need to put our heads together and figure out the meaning of what we're experiencing, because we're obviously looking at multiple fragments of reality because people are seeing different versions of their past. And if one of those is going to mean our compatriot having done something horrible, then we need to figure out what that is before anything bad happens. So, Raph, we're going to start with you because, well, realistically, we need to get the heat off your back. Did you see anything that could explain what Lucian's saying about you?
And keep in mind, I don't think any of us consent to be necromanced if we die. Although it might look kind of cool.
Like, kind of like hold his book with one hand and tap it with the other, his spell book, and be like, I can't cast that, first of all.
Amraphel,
Yes.
you feel something heavy in your pocket.
I'm gonna ignore it. Secondly, I didn't see anything particularly weird. All I saw was a memory, except there might have been a corpse. Wasn't there before, but it wasn't any of you.
It was a Nancy. Did I not say that?
You did say that. I'm just not giving details.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was like, wait, hold on. Did you not hear it? I'll shut up now. Continue.
Also, why are we worried about this? If it's a vision, that's just fake, right?
Illusion, for the most part. Especially if it's from a ghost.
Like, Zasha, did you see me murder everyone in your vision?
You were not in my vision, Amraphel.
Well, that makes me feel better. I don't know. Do I need to justify myself of not being horrible?
Did you hear another voice once we awoke?
I was told to kill someone. I think I know who, but I...
Kill them and repair what was once lost. Although, to be sure, I'm not...
Oh, I didn't get that
entirely
one.
sure who kill them is referring to.
Do any of you have anyone in your lives that are the reason for your suffering?
Oh, yes.
Just a few.
And that was the specific focus of what I saw. It was effectively being given the choice between my beloved father and taking up sword against the man who took my life from me. And I chose the latter. And what the voice I heard was what Zasha is referencing here, that we need to kill somebody. So I'm wondering if this theme of non-violence versus violence in terms of a choice has something to do with what we're seeing. That's why I want to ask. I want to figure out what's going on.
Well, it's either we kill Amraphel or we're supposed to kill the people that did this to us.
Alright, I know you think you're being funny.
I'm gonna go with... We threw know if it was a joke.
I highly doubt it.
I need some air. I'm gonna
Um,
step out of the room.
Lythra,
Zasha's gonna keep watch outside.
as Nyssara walked by you,
Hmm.
you notice a faint color kind of flowing off of her.
Oh. Okay.
think to myself, oh, I don't think I finished opening this chest, and I'll try to open it. Oh wait, did I finish opening it? I did, didn't I?
did totally open it, but it's okay.
I forgot. I'm stupid.
No, it's okay. As Nyssara is just looking over the chest again, trying to, see if maybe there's a false bottom, there's more stuff in there. Lythra, you notice dangling off of her left wrist is a red string.
Okay, I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check my own wrist. Do I have a red string?
Dangling off of your left wrist is a red string, and dangling off of your right wrist is a blue string.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna yell. Sorry, Zasha. I need you to come back. I need everyone to gather around.
She's gonna stand in the doorway.
As Zasha walks in, Lythra, you see that Zasha has, dangling on her left wrist, a red string. And on her right wrist is a pink string.
Okay. I'm gonna hold out my arms. I'm looking at Zasha first because I know she's being squirrely. And I was gonna leave the room. Everyone look at your wrists. You see this?
I suppose I look at my wrist.
Does anyone not have strings around their wrists?
So, Nyssara, you look down at your wrist, and you see a red string. Zasha, same thing. You look down at your wrist, there's a red string on your left wrist, pink string on your right wrist. Lythra, my god. Red string on the left wrist, blue string on the right wrist. Lucian, you have 2 strings on each of your wrists. 1 red, 1 green. And Nick, as you look down at your wrists, you do not see a string.
I will lift my wrists and look at them being bare, and then look at the rest of the room and say, it must be a measure of our baggage. Just shake my wrist a little up and down. See?
Are they dangling or are they connected to something?
They seem to flow into, like, the floor or the wall. But, like, if you try to touch it with your hand, you don't feel it. Your hand kind of goes through it. It seems like it's connected to something, not each other. But it's not tangible. It's only visible.
I only have a red one.
You only have a red one on your left wrist.
Fuck? I'm feeling quite left out.
Left out.
Yeah.
Man, I should read this book on the red string theory.
Oh.
I'm
Hold-
sorry. I'm so sorry. I got everything else prepared except for that one thing.
Okay. I do really... Okay. So... Raph has 0 strength?
Yes. Here, let me just, like, put it in the chat real quick.
Yeah. Because
Also,
in character, we'd just be able to see them all.
I'm trying to pin this. Okay, so, Raph, no strings. Lythra, red on left, blue on right. Nyssara, red on left. Trevor, not Trevor. Fuck. Oh my God, Lucian. You can tell what my notes say.
It's the splintered realities.
Red and green on left. Red and green on right. And then Zasha is red on left, pink on right. There you go. And a pinning. I should just make a new chat for, like, cryptic shit Ashley throws at her characters.
You could.
I guess so. We have the book that I will eventually read. Does Zasha have any memory of red strings ever being mentioned growing up or anything?
Roll me a religion check.
Guidance.
Whoa!
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. The dice do telleth the story. Zasha, you know, things are getting a little too weird for you to actually, like, flick through this book and read it well, but since shit is getting wacky, you think back a little bit, and you remember learning about, you know, different gods and goddesses, and you remember that the red string theory is a popular belief system that followers of Istis use.
Istis.
How do you spell Istis?
Istus, goddess of time and fate.
Oh, so the red strings of fate.
Cha-ching!
All right. Zasha just kind of like lifts up her arms and starts staring at her wrists very, I just stare at my wrists
Okay.
Intently.
very intently, yeah.
Zasha, you figure something out there?
Not sure yet. I guess it's been a minute since I've had my lessons. And I explained the whole goddess thing. I think that the red string is, if what I'm right, if what I'm thinking is right, is your fate. I mean, sometimes who you end up with in life. But I'm not sure what the pink one means. Or it could be fate in, like, where you end up. What choices you make. I don't...
I'm thinking back to the voice. A single action can splinter one's reality. So, I assume some of you chose something that did not happen exactly the way it did in your past.
I chose a future.
I chose the same reality as before because I knew what would happen.
Nyssara, you only have one string. What did you choose?
I chose to stand with Lysandra when she told me to flee.
Is that something that happened in your past?
Yes.
Okay.
We're just gonna say
I was
yes.
gonna. Okay.
Do I have any memory of what the other colors denote?
I'm carrying over your fucking 21 check, because holy shit.
Fair.
From the books that you read on religion, there was never mention of different colors of threads.
Cool. But am I on the right path of the red string of fate? Is it tied to love and soulmates, or is it just where you end up?
Okay, I got it. So, the red string theory, in a brief summary, is the teachings of the followers of Istis that fate is a concrete, factual thing that cannot be altered, changed, or reversed. So it's more of a fate of your whole life.
Okay. Yeah, so it's where you're going to end up regardless of what you do. Again, not sure what the other colors mean.
Only time will tell.
Now, I don't want to be too much of a naysayer, but there's a solid chance that these could just mean nothing.
And there's a solid chance that you come and murder us all, apparently.
Alright. There was always a chance of that.
Was there?
I mean, give it time.
God.
These
Fair
things
enough.
don't mean nothing.
You're really not arguing in your own favor.
I vote that we leave this room. It's giving me the creeps. Bit more than usual.
Oh, I did find these 3 dusty potions. I don't know if they help.
Oh, potions.
Uh-huh.
Are they glowing?
Are they regular potions?
They're potions of fiber.
Ooh.
No.
Give me all 3.
No. I'll toss the potions
Alright.
to Amraphel to make sure that see what they are.
I want to try something. Listen, superstition is one thing, but physical objects have manifested out of nowhere. We need to figure this out. But I want to test something. Everyone stay where you are. I'm gonna hold my wrists out, and I want to back out of the doorway and see if the strings remain on my wrists.
I'm gonna raise my hand immediately. Didn't Zasha already do that?
I didn't see her at that point because it could have reappeared when she came back in the room.
Alright.
As you back up out of the room, the strings remain. And as you move, it seems that like the entirety of the string moves with you. There's no tug on your wrist or anything like that.
Okay. Are we walking through doorways backwards now, or is that just like
I'm
a choice you
testing-
made?
We'll put you through there.
I am testing the string.
The string that we can't touch.
I want to see if the room itself is important, and my sense is that it is not.
I think the room might have been a catalyst. So I vote before anything else happens, we leave it.
Yeah, got no argument from me there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going somewhere else.
All right. You guys leave the room. Everybody make me know. I'm kidding. Creepy stuff is over for now. But yeah, you guys continue. And as you continue through the cave with the glittery blue rocks, you find another room with a double door. And there is also a runic sigil carved on this door.
Damn.
And it looks like it's not as freaky deaky, I promise.
More strings.
All right, what's that rune?
You can you can't really read it. Obviously, it's the ancient sigil that you might need some time studying for, but you feel like it translates into like double and double, and the magic energy you're getting from it is both I guess like what's healing magic? What school of magic is that?
Necro, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, so it's necro. Yeah, it's fully necro.
I don't know how to feel about this one. I guess it's technically just all good for me.
Then feel free to open the door.
Yeah.
What are the blue rocks?
Oh, roll me a perception check.
They were just glowy rocks. Oh no, wait, it was the crystal that was on the table.
These rocks seem to be similar to the crystals that were in the old mining room. So they are one of the minerals that were mined. But you guys could not read the ledger, so you don't know exactly what it is, but it is a resource.
Yoink.
You want to yoink some tiles from the wall?
Sure.
So roll me a d6.
Alright. Roll me a yoink.
When the SAR's doing that, I'll open the door if I can.
Yeah. You get 2, just say blue ore for now.
Alright.
Amraphel, as you open the door, oh geez, I moved my thing. Inside the room is the ruins of a makeshift alchemy lab. There is a cauldron with still green water in it. And I know it looks like it's glowing and stuff, but like it's like, and bubbling. It's not bubbling, it's still. But there's a still green liquid in this cauldron.
Any magic anywhere?
You feel magic coming from the cauldron. Conjuration, abjuration. Schools of magic don't work with me.
Something. I'll definitely check that out once it's, once I got time for that.
Transmutation, actually. Transmutation, I guess, would be the thing.
Nice.
And the rest of you guys see the ruins of this alchemy lab that once was. There's a lot of rubble encapsulating this area with the cauldron. And there's another room off to the side.
I try to open the door.
The door is unlocked and kind of hanging off the hinges, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. Another supply room.
Yep. You notice a supply room with various tools strewn about and sacks of what kind of smells like rotting components.
Yeah. We'll come back and watch and see what Amraphel does with the cauldron.
Zasha
I'm over
and
here.
Lucian, what do you do?
Can I
Zasha.
do like
Lucian's,
Oh, go ahead.
Lucian's standing at the door. He's already baked in paranoia. Is not having a good time right now.
All right. Lucian is standing guard. Lucian, roll me a perception check for standing guard. All right. You have your eyes peeled for any unnecessary movements from anywhere. Zasha, what are you going to do?
Just kind of look around the room, see if there's anything of interest aside from the cauldron.
Sure. Roll me a perception check. And there's like tools thrown about, but they don't seem to make like a cohesive set of tools, and you don't really know what they're for.
Fair enough.
Lythra, what are you doing?
I'm just observing. I'm not great at the old magic stuff, so I'm just making sure, again, that nothing stands out. I am remaining vigilant, but not really investigating much in detail.
All right. Amraphel, what are you doing?
Actually,
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, really, I'm still thinking and trying to figure out this spring shit. And once you're done, I actually want to interject about that.
Oh, okay. Amraphel, what are you doing?
I will rest my hands on the edge of the cauldron and try not to get too much of a whiff, but inspect it and see if it's something I know because of how much I work with alchemy.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
You feel like this is the remnants of a potion that would, amplify magic.
Ooh. That's very interesting to me. I will go to bottle some.
Do you have bottles?
I mean, I just kind of assumed I did. I can look at my inventory, though.
I mean, do you have like an alchemy kit? Because that would be. And there's probably only enough water in here for one vial.
You know what? I actually don't think I do.
Ah, shit. Guess you can't have the magic amplifying liquid then.
Is there a bottle or vial in the room?
You guys can search the room again.
Investigate discovery. Is that investigation or perception?
Perception. Yeah, you find a vial. Surprisingly not broken, yeah.
Toss it to Amraphel.
Ooh. I will, start to carefully try to fill the vial from the cauldron.
Alright, you have a vial of magic elixir.
I'll kind of hold it under my nose and give it a little sniff.
Waft.
It
We always
smells...
waft, Nick. You know this.
So we will waft the chemicals through.
It kind of smells like cherries.
Interesting. Okay.
Not gonna lie, I want to throw a piece of blue ore in there and see what happens. I'll raise that as a possibility to Amraphel. Hey, you think this blue ore would do anything in it?
I mean,
Now that you've saved Vile.
no,
Alright.
think so.
I don't know. Clearly this stuff was valuable and useful for something. Besides just glowing, right?
I mean, maybe.
Or, I'll pocket it. Walk
think
away if
I-
he doesn't think it's a good idea.
I need to recheck my notes.
What are you checking?
Oh, I was just saying I'll have to recheck my notes to see what this stuff is useful for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anything else in this room? You don't glean that anything else seems to be important or put together well.
Okay. And nothing in that side room?
It looked like a storage room with various tools thrown about. Nyssara poked her head in there.
I do see a door over here.
Yes, but I think it goes back out into that hallway somewhere.
Let me check.
It do.
Sure does.
You walk around and Amraphel's just standing there with the door already open. It does.
All right.
Surprise. The ranger has a sense of direction.
Oh my goodness.
Where we go too far. Well, there's something in this other way, but we have to figure out these fucking springs. They're gonna drive me crazy.
I don't think we can do much to figure them out at this current time, and as long as they're not slicing off my wrists and hands, I think I'm okay.
Alright, I guess we keep going then.
Careful, Zasha. I think there was something over here.
Which way, Sarah?
This way. I'd point down this hallway with the broken beam. I believe I could see that light when I checked that other hallway. And I think there was a creature of some kind, but I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what I saw at this point.
Are you guys stealthing that way?
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Roll me a stealth check, all of you, if you guys are sneaking.
I'm gonna stay back where I am.
All right.
Can there be guidance by any chance for your boy? I'm impaired.
I will offer a hand to Lythra.
Thanks, babe. Oh, not good.
All right. So, Nyssara stealthily makes her way down the hall. Zasha stealthily makes her way down the hall. They are a unit. They're doing great. And then you hear as Lythra kind of like trips over herself and her armor starts clanging about, throwing off the element of surprise.
As fuck, really loud. Yeah, no, it's really bad.
But as you enter the room, let me read it to you. A canal that once held water runs through this room, with only rubble and small puddles remaining within. An old smelter remains dormant in the center of this room, and old silver bars still lay within their molds. And Nyssara and Zasha, since you guys are the first ones in there, you guys notice that there are skeletal remains of people, and on each of their left wrist is a red string.
Oh, wonderful.
Let's
But-
go.
Where is the red string pointing?
They are frayed at the end. It's not connected to anything.
Okay. I think as long as ours are connected to something, we should be okay.
Hmm.
Or we just get killed by whatever disconnects our string. I'm gonna look around the room.
All right. If you search the room, give me a little perception check. All right.
I will also.
Nyssara,
There,
yeah.
I feel like I'm looking at Lythra and being like, bro, really? And nothing else.
Just like as a stealthy person, like offended that I like might as well have just like tripped, fallen, and farted at the same time. Like, yeah, no,
Yep.
it was bad. Now, real quick, can I go get some guidance for this perception from someone?
I'm right next to you.
Okay.
I'm your personal guidance spot.
Oh God, I'm blessed.
No, guided.
Shut
That's a
the
different one.
All right. Zasha, you find 2 5-pound bars of silver.
That's nice.
Okay.
And then, Lythra, you find 4 1-pound bars of silver.
Okay.
And otherwise, there's not too much in this room. You see that there's a short sword on one of the skeletons. That's pretty rusted, but otherwise, nothing else.
Looking at the skeletons with the strings,
Mm-hmm.
probably like, I suddenly feel a little better about being left out.
Oh, you're half dead already.
Alright. There.
We don't have fate.
I think the gods just ignore my existence.
That would make life easier, wouldn't it?
No, surprisingly.
Fair enough.
From this angle, you hear the splash of waves to the north east of you, and
Wait.
what sounds like running water to the northwest. You also hear a small but audible clang coming from the west side.
I'm gonna do a little search near where I am and see if I can find like instructions or like notes or something about this place.
Alright. Also, your detect magic aura is definitely off at this point.
Oh, really? It lasts for a whole 10 minutes then.
You guys were talking for a while in that other room. But also, can't you just ritual cast it back up?
Yeah, I can, but it takes like 10 more minutes.
Oh, okay. You're looking for instructions on the smell? What kind of instructions?
Oh, like what this area is. There's a big ass like machine right here, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for info.
Roll me an investigation check.
Sure.
Judging by the tools thrown about, as well as the moldings and bars of silver, you infer that this was an old smelting room where, I guess, silver and the bluestone would be brought over for smelting. And it seems as if the dwarves that were once here set up a more automated bellows with a canal.
Were they smelted separately or together?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Alright.
All right. With the 17, you don't know why you didn't think of this before. The blue stone you recognize as blue aragonite. And you know that in terms of magic item crafting and such, blue aragonite was used in like the old times to infuse weapons if smelted together with a magical property.
Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, this shit is extremely valuable.
Good.
Should we take some with us?
I mean, we can't carry much. It's heavy, but
What about your jar of holding or whatever?
it is a bag.
Sorry.
I can carry some. Yeah, is there any like loose material laying around?
Other than the silver bars that were smelted, no. Despite what my map might say.
Well, I guess if we find some free laying around, we'll just take it.
You guys did find some back at one of the older rooms.
Yep.
And I think you guys took that as well, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, with the scales and stuff. I believe it's in my bag.
Okay.
Or it should be.
Which direction did we hear the clanging from?
You heard the clanging from the west, from over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we go and see what the noise was about, or search other areas?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind looking over this entire place.
It looks like a descent into the water over from this tunnel.
I love that.
Well, this water wheel had to go somewhere.
Oh, also the canal is like a couple foot drop.
Okay.
So like if there was water in this canal, it would probably have been up to like your hips or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
it's dry.
But it is dry.
Nice.
Is the clanging still coming from over here?
You only heard one clang.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Zasha, are you peeking
Can I
around?
peer? I want to peer around this corner.
Yeah, of course. Let me find. All right. As you peer around the corner, a 30-foot drop lies before you, it looks as if the earth had been torn in two. You notice that a water from a previous room is running down into this gap and flowing further into the unknown. And you do see two relatively new-looking rowboats.
Are they tied up? Like
Yeah,
someone
They're like
purposely
hitched.
put them there?
Yeah.
Okay, they're hitched. Okay. I guess I go back and tell everyone what I saw. There are rowboats back there, and they look like they were recently used and or brought here and actively being used.
Well, then whatever made that noise is probably here still.
Shall we go
def-
investigate?
I was gonna say, I'm definitely gonna creep around the side of this and like check out the trough real quick.
Amraphel.
Yeah.
You start to... Your mind starts to wander as you are exploring this area.
Okay.
And your thoughts go back to that potion. Like, what could it
Okay.
be? Is it related to the blue stone? Maybe Nyssara had a point about dropping a stone in there. You're not entirely sure.
Okay. I'll just kind of think about it and then shrug it off and be like, nah, it's probably not important.
I'm smarter than that.
Yeah, I'm smarter than that.
Alright, so you're searching that area?
Yeah.
Perception check, please.
Perception?
Like, are you investigating, like, what happened here? Or are you looking for stuff? Well, you're gonna have to roll perception and an investigation.
Oh yeah, I guess I kind of want to investigate to see why all these people are dead in here.
Yeah, go ahead. God damn. She's rolling well
Goddamn.
tonight. God, Jesus. Alright, as for perception, there's like coal over here. There's an old coal chute that has cobwebs over it now, so it doesn't seem to be used at any point recently. So there's nothing of interest behind the smelter. But as an investigation check, you guys notice that some of these people that are, or some of these skeletons that are dead are dressed like miners. And some of them are dressed like warriors. And there are mostly dwarves in this room, but there are one or two non-dwarven looking skeletons in the room. So it appears as if either the mines were ambushed by something, or there was a clash between groups. Lucian, what are you doing?
I was getting ready to go, this way.
All right. Lythra and Nyssara as well?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I really want to go back for the strings eventually. I'm fixated on it.
Lythra and
I don't think
Nyssara,
they'll go anywhere.
both of you roll me perception checks, please.
Hey!
Okay, that's not bad.
Y'all.
Lythra, you're more focused on these strings. It's clouding your mind tremendously right now. Nyssara, you notice footprints leading towards the door that you're at right now.
Ah, wonderful. I'll turn around, everyone, and point to the footprints going into the door.
Make my way up.
I'm like, where's Amraphel? Oh, okay, there he is. Then I will stand to this side and open the. Oh, door's locked. Shit. Gently try to open it, and then try to unlock it.
So as you try to open it, you can recognize whether a door is locked or not. This door
Yep.
doesn't seem to be locked so much as it's been barred shut.
Well, I will stand to the side and point at Lucian and Lythra and mime kicking it down. Barred.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
Or
there's
we
no
could
reason
find
to be
another entrance.
quiet if we're gonna-
Or we could find another entrance. Up to you.
I mean, if it's barred, there's no way they went in this way. Right?
Barred from the
No,
other
it's
side. They're all
Barred from
here.
the other side, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Or break it down.
give me a little guidance here. I'm gonna give it a
Alrighty.
big old
Guidance.
fucking kick. And I really want to like really rev up for it. So, what do? Athletics.
Yeah, athletics, or you can attack it.
Ooh. Honestly, I think athletics might be better. Because I don't think the great sword is gonna do much.
Oh, true.
That's pretty fucking good.
All right, with the 27. So you prepare yourself to. Are you gonna shoulder chuck this down or kick it down?
Oh, like almost like a jump kick sort of thing.
All
Yeah.
right. Your first kick moves the door and whatever's barricading it, but it doesn't open it quite yet. But as you kick it the first time, you hear a voice on the other side going, "No, no, no, please, please, God, no!" And you kick it the second time, and the door pops open. And this guy is scrambling backwards, prone, very fearful.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Let's be cool.
Can we go inside the room?
I mean, I am in a standoff with this lad right now. Before we rush in, I'm just gonna hold my hands to this. Hey, don't run. If you don't attack, we won't attack.
Oh. Are you being truthful?
Yes, entirely.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Guidance.
All right. With a 23, he does seem to calm down a little bit. And he just goes, "Please, I'm trying to get back to my siblings. I just, these dogs came and bit me and, who are you?"
Step aside a moment. Friends and I are gonna come in. We won't get too close. Let's keep this civil. All right.
All right.
And I'm gonna step in and move to the other side of the wall and stand across the fire. And I want to talk
Lucian.
about this guy.
As you walk in, this man screams in terror and tries to book it for the door.
Whoop.
Um,
Lucian, what did you do to him?
Hold on, I gotta do something.
I'm not having him.
I'm
leave.
gonna have a response to this.
Yeah,
but
I'm not moving him out until like you guys respond to it. Obviously.
Yeah, I don't think I can get it to catch up. I was gonna basically throw the echo in front of him.
no.
I'll cast Entangle.
All right. Place down the marker, I guess.
Does that do damage, Zasha?
It shouldn't.
No, it just
Okay.
restrains them. Although, as the vines come up, I'm going to roll him a strength saving throw. He actually rolled a 16.
Wow.
No bonuses. Yay. But as the vines come up and start trying to grab at him, he, like, jumps back a little bit into this corner and goes, "No, please, 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 I'll do anything. Please, please,
Okay.
please don't kill us."
Okay, he's in a corner.
I will cancel
I-
the vines, the entangle, so that can be walked in now.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the other side and I'm gonna point at Lucian and just say, "Stay back."
I didn't fucking
And then-
do anything. He's just gonna somewhat under his breath. I didn't fucking do anything and just go fucking stand in the corner.
And then I'm gonna continue trying to calm him, and I'm just like, "Listen, I don't know what you saw in him. He's with me. He will not hurt you. I promise you that. I want to talk to you. I want to figure out what's going on."
Roll me another persuasion check.
Well, man, really had with that first one.
So-
ruin it.
He's a bit shaken right now. The first one kind of also carries over a little bit. He knows that you're not going to hurt him, or he is kind of sure that you're not going to hurt him, but he's shaking and continually looking back to where he saw Lucian, and just is sort of muttering to himself in Elvish. Honestly, a little bit traumatized. And jumps as soon as Zasha turns the corner. He's like, "Oh!"
Hi, hello. My name is Zasha. This is Lythra. We have a couple of other friends here. Lucian, who is terrifying the living hell out of you at this time, is at the back of the room. I will state that he is not with the general and that whole nonsensical crew of bad people. He is with us. We do not take in slaves and cut off their arms and stuff. We're, I don't want to say good people, but we're at least not looking to hurt you in any way, shape, or form.
Better than that?
I'd say we're good people, but yes, everything she said is true.
Zasha and Lythra, you guys notice that as Zasha says the general, this man's complexion starts to pale a little bit and tears start streaming down his face. But then he kind of shakes it off and backs up a little bit more, and it's just like, what do you want in here? What are you doing here?
Now, we're continuing to not fight, but were you part of the group who ambushed us? Because I saw you run into this cave.
His demeanor starts to change a little. He looks somewhat offended. And he's like, "Of course not. What?" And you see in the corner of the room the little sack that he had. He's like, he says, I went into town to get supplies for me and my I would never. What? We're not bad people.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Guidance.
He's not bad people.
Who knows?
Are you hurt anywhere? You said you were bitten by a dog?
You see the arm of the sleeve of one of his arms is ripped. There's a little bit of blood and a bite wound from what you assume is one of the death dogs.
Okay.
You
Maybe
also
this will
notice a red string on his left wrist.
Ooh. Do you know what these mean? And I lift up both my wrists. proudly displaying the strings.
Your hands?
Oh, you don't see them? Damn.
He looks a little perplexed.
Do you know about red strings?
No.
Okay.
Is that... My sister might know more, but, what? Red string... Is it a craft thing?
No, it's more of like the followers of Istis. They believe in like the red string of fate and everything. But if you're hurt right now, I wouldn't mind. Like, is he actually still hurt? Because I'll cast Cure Wounds if that's the case.
I would say out of 11, he's probably an 8 at this point.
Okay.
He's
But
not
he
poisoned, though.
He does not look like he is sickly like Nyssara
Okay.
and Lucian were.
I was
Okay.
getting ready to do that, but yeah, in that case, we're fine.
Yeah, we're good then.
If you're from the nearby town, do you know? And I'll kind of snap my fingers a couple times. Who gave us this request?
Nancy?
No, it was one of the people.
The side quest.
Ooh, yeah, let's check that folder. Because I don't remember shit. Active quests.
I'll let you guys find it. You guys are already looking. I can't just...
You can't just tell us.
Alright, I'll tell you guys.
Taking too long.
Yeah. Godvia, one of the guards, asked you guys to go to Sycomber, which is a nearby town, because her parents weren't responding to her letters, and she said that their names were Sean and Harley Baker, and that they ran the textile factory. I'm not from the town. We just have work there.
You're from the Underdark.
He blinks at you. Yes. Is there an issue with that?
No shit.
I don't think
Sherlock.
so. Do you have an issue with that?
He breathes out a sigh of relief. Oh, with the nope, no issue. Nope, none whatsoever.
Oh, well, that's good. Do you want help getting to your family? And then maybe we could talk to your sister about these red strings that we are all not hallucinating. I can assure you of that. Or maybe we are hallucinating, I'm not really sure. But, yeah, if we could talk to your sister who might know anything, that would be really helpful.
Oh yes, shared hallucinations. The gateway to a cult.
He kind of rubs the back of his head and he goes, I don't know. My brother might not like that I bring people I don't know to him.
We're going to the town anyways.
They don't. I turned to Amraphel and I'm like, were you not listening? He literally lives in the Underdark. He does not live in the town.
Yeah, we have a job with the town right now.
I definitely thought everyone's in the town currently.
Wait, you thought what?
I thought his family was in the town because they're doing a job.
He went into town to get supplies for his family.
That's where I got.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
That's where I got shooked up.
And
Zasha's still being sassy to Amraphel because she's assuming that he was not listening.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll mind my business. I'll just go the other way.
Zasha, roll me a persuasion check on... He seems a little unsure of if he should lead you to his family or not.
Okie dokie. Well,
so he rolled a 3. So he hesitates for a little bit and then slowly nods his head. and goes, okay, but you have to let me talk first. My brother is shoot first, ask questions later.
Fair enough. Are we all good with that? I turn to the rest of the party.
Yes, and I'm sorry, before we proceed, what's your name?
Oh, Antaste.
Okay, pleasure. Taste, I assume it would be helpful if only one, maybe two of us would to be seen right away, so that we don't overwhelm your siblings, particularly probably, although I see you understand it, maybe not having our Lucian visible right away to not trigger any panic.
He shakes his head rapidly now, and goes, sorry, our town, in the Underdark got, attacked by some of, and he just kind of trails off. Anyways, yeah, a couple of you would be fine. I have to warn you, my sister is very, and my brother, they're very eccentric, but they're good people, I promise.
Well, that's us, so you get it. Zasha, you want to come with me? I feel like...
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you think someone else would be better fit for the job and us and Taste.
No, I don't trust the other three with this particular job, if I'm being quite honest. No,
Fair enough.
I've got this one.
No, they're right for you.
I'm right, you all know it. I'm gonna look at the other three and speak. Okay. Stay in earshot, but not too close. Okay, y'all?
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Alright, Antaste leads you guys out of the room. Before we get to them going to talking to these NPCs, Nyssara, Amraphel, and Lucian, what are you guys doing while these two go on a little side adventure?
Well, I don't want to steal the shit of someone who's still alive. So I'm just gonna be following right out of eyesight but staying in earshot.
Alright, roll me a stealth check, and that will carry for, following them.
Alright, let's see how I roll. Stealth. Like shit.
You know,
that's a 5.
Lythra and Antaste can't notice you, but Zasha definitely notices you.
Yeah, that's fine enough.
Zasha rolls her eyes, but she doesn't say anything.
Amraphel, what are you doing during this endeavor?
There's nothing to investigate in here, is there?
No, nothing to investigate other than the sack that the dude had in the corner. You could look at some of the items that you picked up, like that vial of weird liquid or whatever. Or identifying potions and stuff, like you could do that.
Fine, I'll be a good boy. I'll sit down and identify.
Alright, you will be identifying. I can just message you offline about all that. And then Lucian, what are you doing? Sorry
Being
that...
a moody teenager and pout in the corner.
I'm so sorry.
That's funny, because we're both doing that.
Alright, so Antaste leads you guys north. And he walks kind of a little bit nervous, looking around. Just be careful. If you go off by yourself, that's when they try to attack you. And he keeps going. And he rounds the corner underneath. There's a lot of cobwebs in this general vicinity. And he ducks.
Are there any spiders?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I rolled to see.
No, it's all good. Zasha kind of looks at the cobwebs and then gets sad that she doesn't see any spiders.
Even though there are not spiders, You do see Antaste take the time to duck under the webs and not disturb them.
I will follow his lead.
He goes up to a door, knocks 4 times in a rhythmic pattern, and you hear a bolt unlock. And the door opens, and you are face to face with 2 other drow. One is cleaning a pistol, while the other looks at you with a squirt bottle and squirts water in both of your faces. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Nice.
Yay!